Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to start from the floor once again, and I'm just going to base this session on sun salutations and downward facing dog especially. So we're just going to go slow and just break everything down so you can get to kind of feel all the movements and understand them a little bit better. I'm starting on my balls of the feet again. This is very important that you connect with your feet in the asanas we get into. You need to know how to activate the soles of your feet. So toe sit here is incredible for that. So you can become aware the movement through the big toe and the one next to it. You can move it and feel the ball of your foot and activate the arches of your feet and your heels. You can push the corners of the heels to change the muscles of the back of the leg also. So if this is difficult for you, you're sitting with your cushion under your bum or under your knee and under your bum, both of them. Try to stay up and just sit and breathing in and breathing out. And just want you to bring your attention to your body and how your body is feeling. And just breathe into the belly, into the lungs, and to the shoulders. And out of your belly, out of your lungs, and out of your shoulders. You can try to do one deep breath like that. As you're exhaling, you're narrowing the back of the throat and you're making the exhalation longer, and you can do this humming sound as exhalation happens. That will keep you connected with your muscles and active, and you'll feel vibration through the chest and the throat, which is going to wake you up and become more aware internally. So keep practicing this for a couple more times. And then we relax. Just want you to get the hands on the floor and your knees under the hips. Pressing the heels down here. Inhale, we lift up. Exhale, we come down. Inhale and reach to the chin. And exhale, we come back. Inhaling up. Exhale and down. Inhale and lift the chin. Exhale and come back. Inhale. Use the breath. We just practice doing the movements with you. Now come back to neutral. Just where you dig your toes, I want you to lift your knees up and hold here. Find the core muscles. Find your index finger and thumb, and just bend your knees and just sit towards the heels like this. Most of us got very tight hamstrings, so we just kind of concentrate in the way I show you. So this one is an alternative to be able to get the back stretched out. So you can just go tuck the elbows in, keep your knees bent, but hips lift up. That way your back straightens, so you don't have this arching in the spine. So you can keep it nice and stretched out. Okay? And just try to straighten the knees, but try not to tuck your tail under from here. So bend your knees and stretch, and bend your knees and we stretch. Keep looking towards your knees. Relax your neck. Just go index finger and thumb pushing down. That's going to keep your arms a little bit more engaged so your shoulders can sink and you really feel that stretch in the spine. One more time. Good. Try to stay here. If you need to keep your knees straight, keep them straight, but you can still activate the front of the legs. So you're feeling the quadriceps, and as you push the heels down, you feel your hamstrings. Okay? Then bend your right knee here. Get to circle the hip up and open, and up and open, and up and open. We'll do 5 times on each side. So my left leg tries to stretch down, and the other way around. But if you might be having your knee a little bit bent, but try to kind of come down onto the leg to relax. If it gets too much for you, take it easy there, okay? And then we come back. So bend your knees and stretch out again. Bend your knees and stretch out again. Bend your knees and stretch out. Now get the left knee and try to open from here. Again, you're trying to keep the spine nice and straight. Just try to get the leg above you, which is quite hard and challenging other way around. So you can keep this knee bent, but just try to keep your core active so you can go even further. Do you see what happens? So my hips can lift higher. One more, and then come back and bend the knees. Good. Now from here, we're going to arch the spine and come to plank. Then you look up and bend the knees and come down with the spine. Arch the spine and come over the plank and look up and push back. And arch and look up. It's like cat and cow. And one more time. Now bring the elbows down, head down, relax here. Just try to stretch your arms on the ground. Again, you're learning how to use your shoulders. Push the palms. Then see whether you can come up and down here. Tiny, tiny movements. Finding your shoulder blades, pulling back. Your neck is low. You're getting your arms to activate in the right way. And both arms pushing evenly. Then come forwards. And look up. Now arch the spine. And come down. So you can touch the elbows or not, it's up to you. So when you're coming forwards, you're going to have to push off the floor. Tuck in. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good, and sit back and bring the elbows down. This time take the palms up and try to stretch your forearms. So you're getting to separate your shoulders, relax your neck. You may look different than me. You might be a bit up here. It's another problem. So you can get the arms further forwards down, okay? So just find where you're comfortable. Try to open the thumbs to the floor and palms facing up. It's harder than it looks to get those shoulders to retract. And breathe and breathe and breathe. And then we can just come down and roll up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Good. Then go back on the hands and knees. Just gonna come, knees off the floor again. Pull your belly in. Just find those knees moving forwards and backwards. Transfer your body weight on each side and find the center. Now stretch your spine and stretch your legs. Good. Now bend the knees, look forward, step the left knee forwards here between the legs and stretch and look up. I want you to bend the knees, push the arms down and come back. And then the other side you pull and you're looking forwards. You can keep the back knee down for easy option. And we come back. So if the knees are bent, it's easier to pull back. Do you see? So if there is not enough space and you can't do this very well, you can just bring the back knee down first and then step the leg and you come in the lunge from there. So it's important you can get to do what you set out to do, and this could be your easier option, okay? But still hard work because you're pushing the arms, trying to keep your core active. Let's do a couple more steps through. And one more. And then we come back to down dog again and stretch the legs, and left leg comes up. Because I'm looking at the camera, so I'm starting with my left leg. You can just mirror me, so it might be easier to see me then, or you just do the same side as me. See how you're feeling. Stretch the left leg up, then bend the knee, bring it over, and then we come stretch the left leg up again. Bend the knee and bring it over. And then one more time. So my back leg is straight here, but you know the easy option, I showed you it already. Find your core, look forward, bring the left leg. And then lift the chest. So here you want to find front leg before you put the back heel down. And we come up to warrior one, shoulders back, belly waist. Back heel stretches where you need it. We don't turn the hip to side yet, so the hip stays forwards as much as we can. You clench the bum here and just settle in there. I want you to find the bum push forwards rather than push backwards. Okay, so you don't want this back to be sore. You want to be here. And just check. Feel your muscles, touch your hip bones, and then try to settle. My right side twists. So it's very hard for me to balance it, so it will go back no matter what I do. So I'm just gonna try to feel the bone, see if there's any muscles, then it moves a bit more. Did you see that? Then I lift my arms. Nice. Then you can just simply lift the back heel and into the lunge, so you can come up here. So I did like a lean forwards, the changeover. It's a nice stretch to do it. The horse, lunge, whichever way you name it. You straighten the back knee, you bend the front knee, and get into it. If you're more flexible now, you can go a little deeper, but make sure your knee's not hurting you here. And then you can open warrior two. As simple as that. Here we go. Shoulders back, belly braced, back heel perpendicular with the front foot. So you've got like feet in the same line, but once it's over the line, bounce in a different way. You see, I have a line in the middle of my mat. This one's got half sit, this one just sits right on top, and we're gonna lift the kneecap here and feel the inner thighs. And free your arms. Again, so you might feel this hip pulling forwards or pushing back. Don't do that. Just try to sink forwards a bit more. Tuck your bum. Good. Now when we windmill, you can just lift the back heel to come forwards with you into that extension. And then find your arm and bring the leg back. Sit into your heels. Roll your arms. Drop into chaturanga. And up dog. And down dog. We can do this one more time in an easier way. So you go up, bend your knees. Roll over, bring your knees down, chaturanga, and up, and down, and relax here. Then take the left leg up, stretch, 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 stretch. Bring the knee to the chest, and we go back. Knee to the chest, and we go back. This one we are going to hold. And then we can come forwards, look forward, settle the front leg first, then you get the front back heel, and again, I check my hips, check, check, check the glutes. My knee looks like it's bending, it's not. I got all the power I can get into it. Make sure your knee doesn't twist, okay? Press the heel, lift the chest up. See if you can twist your hips this way, it's not easy. Then you go up with the arms. Breathe. Deepen the breath. We don't have to do so many different difficult poses to work hard. Sometimes simplifying all the poses, going through them, becoming mindful about how we do them makes the work harder. So understand what you do. Then we can lift the back heel, lean forwards, and shoulders back, and come in the lunge. At this point I can step back a bit more. Alright, so you can do the same. Pull the belly in. Again, you're on the ball of your foot, lifting your kneecap, shoulders down, squeezing the elbows, we're breathing. 1st of March today, when I'm filming it, right, spring is in the air now, so you can start fresh. So when you're practicing a lot and you make bad habits and there's no one there to correct you, just slow everything down, revisit the moves that you know, and just try to feel the muscles connect more and more. Then we can open the back heel, feet perpendicular, and try to see if you can stay here. Nice and focus through the arms, shoulders down, stretch the fingers out. My neck turns, but it's not being jammed by my shoulder blades. Shoulders are back and down. My back leg is taking some pressure, so my front leg is not alone. And my inner thigh is lifting up on the left leg. Find your breath, find your strength through the core. And then you can lift the back heel and then come down here. Sit back, bend your knees, arch your spine. Whether you want the knees down or up is up to you. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale and exhale. Again, bend your knees and settle. Relax your shoulders, try to find more height, and then stretch the legs out. Breathe. So now I'm going to bring my left hand to my right leg. You can open your legs wider You might be bending your knees still, it's okay. Then you're trying to look under your armpit here. So whether your knees are bent or straight is not important. It's important that your spine is straight and your core is active, yes? So that's why just try to understand the move, and you don't have to go to full length to work hard because it can sometimes tuck your tail. Do you see what I mean? Now that I bend my knees, I can turn and twist my spine easier and lift my hips higher. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Then I come down to down dog. Just relax your elbows down here. Just have a little break. You can bring your knees down too if you want. Then I'm going to push back up and go on the other side. So my legs are hip width apart. I'm bending my knee, grabbing my left ankle. And I'm going to try to lift my hip up, 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 up as far as I can. And then twist. Try the straight leg. If you feel your shoulders are rounding too much, keep the knees bent. Lift your tail up higher. Then you'll find more twist here. Right, alternatively, you can bend both knees on the floor and twist the right arm over. That can be your easier option. Bend the knees, take the arms here, look to your hands again. This time come down onto the forearms and stretch your legs. Stretch, stretch, stretch. So engaging the core muscles here, lift your hips, then you look into your hands and then come back. Arms shoulder width apart. You get the elbows pressing. We've done some shoulder work. Then you go over and look. And then back. Try to grab the floor with your fingers. Pull your belly in and look forwards. One more time. Now keep the hips up and just stretch the spine again. Forehead on the floor. These are all hard, so you can just see how you can get to it. We're trying to lengthen the spine. Find the stretch in the shoulders. Learn to use our arm muscles properly to encourage the shoulders to pull back and down and stay in the right position. Your triceps connect with your shoulder blades because they need to pull them down. If the triceps activate, your shoulders stay down. Otherwise, they come up, up, up. So if you're working in the desk, that's what you do all day long, including me. But when you do a session like this, you can pull the shoulders down by using the triceps. Connect with the tricep muscles. Good. And then you're going to bend the elbows, grab your head here, but don't force it, okay? Just you go interlace your fingers, and then you can try to get your head down like that. But it's called the rabbit pose. You can get to it easier. You don't need to come up on the headstand. Keep your hips up, relax your shoulders, pull your forearms down. So you're getting all the benefits from putting your head on the ground from here. But do you see how my arms are strong? My head is not taking any pressure at all. My forearms are pressing down, my elbows are pressing down, my back is rounding. I got space in my neck. This is really nice for my neck, okay? It's not bad. So you put as little or as much pressure as you want. I'm in the front of the crown. I'm not going too far to the top of the crown so that you're not gonna force the spine over, okay? So you're learning to use your arms, learning to use your core. Now separate your arms and then look into your hands again. Yes, and then stick your bum up again. See whether you can feel a little bit more easy here now. Look over and back. If you open more space and you feel in the zone, step a little closer. Take the right leg up. Then you lift the left heel up and down. Keep looking to the hands. If it's too much, just do it looking back to the knee, okay? And then relax down. Other side. Point the toe, look forward. You raise the right heel up and down, up and down, and up and down. Good. Then you can come down. This time, you're going to just try to get the head to come down and hands to come back, and then you pull the shoulders back. So stretching from where we came. Again, you see I'm on the front of my crown, and my stomach is really, really supporting me, and then I can have my arms up and over. Don't put pressure on the neck, your shoulders pulling away from the ears. And you can use your core more than the head, okay? But if you want, you put more pressure on the head. If the hips are higher than the head, you're in an inversion. All the blood goes to your head and it just wakes you up, stimulates the brain. And when you're putting pressure on the skull, like this, then you're stimulating your skull and you're releasing all the tension in the skull and the head. Right? So it's important we do this. There's a reason why we do headstands. And this is the next best thing. Right? If you want to go to headstand, you need to be comfortable here first. And then come back. And then relax the arms. Make your body small. And then we can roll the spine up. And roll the shoulders up. Even if you didn't put any pressure on the head, you might feel tension around the neck. So I want you to sit comfortably. So if you can't sit like this, cross your legs or sit onto your block. Just shoulders, turn your neck to the side. See where it's free. Yeah, and the other side. Ah, that's good. And one side. And you go look over, and then the other side. And look over, good. From here, now I'm gonna sit to the side like this. And then we're gonna do some twists. Okay, so what we want to do is, so I did my bum to the right, leg to the left like this. So some of you find it hard, so what you can do is get a cushion under the right butt cheek and then you get the left hip up. Okay, so it doesn't have to be on the floor. Then you can take the right arm over to the left and you're turning around. So this is kind of simple twist. You're not gonna force it. We'll get into a few of them. Shoulders backing down, lift the chest up, open the arm, look behind you. Place the hand on the floor with the fingertips pushing down. You lift the inhalation and exhale the twist. As we're twisting, we're squeezing the leg into our chest. Then you can settle onto your hips a little bit better. And if this doesn't work, straighten the right knee out and do the open twist from there so you don't cross the legs. So you can be here on the right leg, okay? So that will make it a bit easier. Whatever you decide to do, do a tall spine. Because if you jam your spine and your shoulders come up, this you can't twist and it becomes really quite contractive. Yeah? So you don't want to be hurting yourself. You want to be twisting kindly. Good. There you go. And then we come back, inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, cross the legs over now, and then you can go into the front and see whether you can do it here. Again, easy option. You stretch the right leg and cross over. Even this is hard, but don't go here. So raise your hips up more than me. If you need it, then you can stay tall, and the whole torso turns, not just the neck, okay? So stay there, find your level, and see what happens. Then you just try to get this arm under. These are options, you don't have to, and then you can get the hand to bite, okay? Because I don't know who's watching. If you're watching and you can twist like this, don't have to do the easy option. You do what you can do. Twist, 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 twist. And we can come back. This time you're just going to open this leg out by the heel on top of the other knee and just bring the back into the square pose. So my square pose needs some work. So what I can do here, so you see my shins are trying to go parallel and I don't find it's comfortable, so I can put the block here and I put my head down there, okay? If you're more flexible, you go further down and you push your head down there. But idea that your knees don't hurt you wherever you go down. So you can just also have a block under your head if you can't find the knee. Then you can relax. You see. And then you just slowly pulls down. Your hips are opening up. Your body is relaxing. Keep breathing deep. Breathing out deep. Relax and let go of the arms and the tension we created with them. Then I'm gonna just take my right arm over to the side and encourage my body to turn that way. This way I can push this knee down further, but my hip doesn't let. Then if you are more flexible, you get the elbow and hand here. You might be able to or not, I don't know. So just you can do this with the blocks, or you can go a little bit less. Spot. Shoulders back, belly brace, so we're getting into this nice side stretch. And open the arm if you want. And you can go onward, onward. From here, we're just gonna come up, pull this arm back, just get the leg cross in the Garud Asana. So we're just gonna go arms, Gamakasana, sorry. So we're going like this, shoulders back, belly brace. So I can get my hands together. If you can't, just have to go like this and then pull down. Or you can grab a towel and then grab the towel with both arms, then you can get this shoulder to stretch also. If you do this one, it doesn't stretch the same if the arm is here. And we can lift up and free the body. Breathe and breathe and breathe. Again, if the legs are not comfortable here, stretch the bottom leg out, and then you can be more comfortable. Then I find my maximum, lift my chin up, inhale, 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 and exhale, we come forwards. So you can try to get the head down and arms back. See how far you can take this. The gravity will pull you down, and eventually you'll keep moving more and more and more. Make sure your hips in the right place and your neck is not hurting you. Now we can come up, lift up, inhaling, and exhale, we let go of the arms. And see whether you can just move your hands, roll your shoulders, get the legs out. You can stretch your legs out and rub them up and down if you need to. Then I'm gonna go back to where you were set down. Remember how we got into it. So we sat down and we went to the right, now you go left. That kind of gives you a little bit of understanding how your hips work. Then you can see whether your leg is straight or bent. So remember, we started with the easier one like that. You can raise your bum up onto the block a little bit more. That's gonna give you more space to come up, and then you can turn easily, okay? And inhale up. I got problems with my backs. I got a bulging disc, so turning right is very difficult for me, so I'm doing my best and lifting. So you might not see the same things happen on here. Shoulders back, and then we're looking behind. I have my hand on the fingertips. I'll show you. So I go open, bring my hand here, and hold that fingertips. Then when I'm twisting, I'm supporting my body up with my core, and my hips needs to come in the same right place. There we are. So you can adjust this leg wherever you want to. Don't force it beyond your ability. You turn the torso first, but if you look over with the eyes, you will find your torso will start following you, okay? And inhale up. And exhale open. So you can go a little bit further with the leg crossing over. You see this bum lifts up a bit, so it doesn't matter. Then you can lift up the chest again, and you're going the same way. And if your arm is coming under, mine is just about gonna make it, so I might not actually grab it. Okay, that's it. So I adjusted my leg a bit, then I got there. So one side is different than the other. This is always normal. Try to breathe. You don't need to lock your arms. Just go holding, twisting a bit more, like this. So you can wrap the arm without grabbing the hands. remember you're working your lever a lot on the right side, okay? Just squeezing the rib cage over it. Now inhale, come up with the arms. And exhale, open. So we are going into square pose next. So again, one side is always different than the other side. You might need less or more help, who knows. So just get the foot to the heel. You can use the long side and you can get head down. You can use block under the head also. Yeah, so see how we're feeling. Or you can have the less support there, more here. My hips really sore, and this is very difficult for me, so I'm just going to persevere and relax as much as I can. And you see, in time you give up all the tension. Sometimes it's like psychosomatic too, so you give up on something and forget, and you suddenly start moving. You need a lot of time on the floor to be able to do better, so just spend some time on the ground, and then we can go on the side bend here, and you can get the elbows like this. That can stretch a little deeper and make you understand where you need to be. Breathe and breathe, we're almost there now. And open your arm, look up. And then come up here. Then we're just gonna cross the legs wherever we can. Remember to straighten the bottom leg if this is hard for you. Keeping the left arm, and then right arm goes here. So you might find this is easier or harder. So make sure, did we do this? Yes, this is the side we should do. Stay upright. And already this is the end of the class, so you can just close your eyes even, and then lift in the chin, and then come forward and relax. And just feel the breath in the body. Don't force your neck, don't force your back. If it's getting too heavy with the arms, you can leave them on the floor now. Inhale, we come up and under your arms. See that everything is in the right place. Roll the shoulders under your legs. Maybe stretch them out if they got lots of pins and needles now. Here we go. And take it one more breath in. Bring the hands to your face, to your chin, to your chest. Thank you so much, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye.